Hey, I'm Andy. We're back with another Magic the Gathering unboxing, unpacking, and we're going to continue the collector's boosters of Outlaws of Thunder Junction. So, yeah, I think I mentioned this in the first one that it has an interesting take on Magic. I don't think I've seen the Western style before, so yeah, I mean it's pretty unique to me because I think before we seen, I want to say like, at least like I know for sure like Japanese, more I guess natural nature stuff, but more even like more cyberpunkish, I want to say, like cyberpunkish. But yeah, anyways, yeah, we're just gonna continue opening up more collector's boosters and hopefully we get some cool stuff. So let's, oh yeah, we have the little opening thing here, so let's do that. All right, first pack. Let's see what we got. All right, the land, or oh yeah, that's like the land is, I think later on, but we got an armored armadillo for a white ward 1, and then 3 white. This gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is its toughness. All right, that there. We got a phantom interference for a blue spree, and then +3 is create a 2/2 white spirit creature token of flying, and +1 is counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. Alright, next up is Corrupted Conviction for a black. As an additional cost to this, cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, and draw 2 cards. Alright, we got Trick Shot for 4 red. This deals 6 damage to target creature and 2 damage to up to 1 other target creature token. Oh, very specific. Anyways, uncommon. We got Lazav, Familiar Stranger, for 1 blue black. Whenever you commit a crime, put a +1/+1 counter on this. Then you may exile a card from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, you may have Lazav become a copy of that card until end of turn. This ability triggers only once each turn. Interesting. Oh, the glare. Okay, never mind. The glare makes it so I can't see like, but anyways. We got Honest Rutstein for 1 black green. When this enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Okay. Next up, we got a Getaway Glamour. Okay, for a white, and it has spree. +1 is exile target non-token creature, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. And then +2 is destroy target creature if no other creature has greater power. Interesting. Next up is the land. So yeah, we got a foil mountain. I'll put that there. Next up is the Hindering Light, the alternate art. For a white blue counter target spell that targets you or a permanent you control. Draw a card. Alright. Next up is Back for More for 4 black green. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. When you do, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Alright. Seems nice. The artwork's pretty cool. Alright, oh, we got a mythic with a different symbol. Huh. What's this? Yeah, I don't know what this it says big, so don't know what it means because the symbol is for this set. Outlaws of Thunder Junction is OTJ, so I'll look it up afterwards. But yeah, okay. A mythic of this. So yeah, Collector's Cage, 1 white. It has Hideaway 5. Okay, so then 1 tap, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost. Okay. Interesting with the hideaway. Okay. Next up is a Stingerback Terror for 2 red. Flying Trample. This gets -1/-1 for each card in your hand. Okay. And then plot is 2 red. Alright. Next up is Vengeful Regrowth for 4 green. Return up to 3 target land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Create that many 4/2 green plant warrior creature tokens with reach. And has flashback with 6 green. Okay. Next up is another mythic. We got a Grindstone alternate art for 1. 3 tap. Target player mills 2 cards. If 2 cards that share a color were milled this way, repeat this process. I think I've seen, I don't own it, but I'm pretty sure I've seen like the original one in person, like at a convention or something. But yeah, it really Interesting card. Didn't know it was like mythic, but let's see what our token is. We got a food and we got a treasure token. Alright, put that there. And then the last card is the Great Train Heist for a red plus. So it has spree. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'll bring it closer. Up 2 red. Untap all creatures you control. If it's your combat phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. And then the 2 is creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain first strike. And then red is choose target opponent. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to that player this turn, it create a tapped treasure token. Alright. Interesting stuff. I think we got 2 mythics, so I'd say it's pretty good. But anyways, on to the second pack. Can't believe we got the grindstone though. That's like I've been meaning to like put it in a mill deck with like Hedron Crab and all that stuff, but I don't know. It's fun, but then it stops being fun, I think, to me. So I'm more of a group hug type of like I prefer group hug, and I also have like an aura deck too. So anyways, pack 2. We got a gold pan for 2. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. The equipped creature gets +1/+1 and equip is a 1. Okay, just attack with the pan, I guess. Next up, we got a jailbreak scheme for a blue, and spree is a +3/+1/+1 counter on target creature. It can't be blocked this turn. And then 2 is target artifact or creature's owners puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Alright, next up is a giant beaver for 3 green. Vigilance. Whenever this attacks while saddled, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature that saddled it this turn. And then saddle is 3. Alright. We got a patient naturalist for 2 green. When this enters battlefield, mill 3 cards. Put a land card from among the milled cards into your hand. If you can't, trade a treasure token. Alright. Uncommons, we got a Scale Storm Summoner for 2 red. When this attacks, create a 3/1 red dinosaur creature token if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Okay. Next up is Miriam Herd Whisperer for green-white. As long as it's your turn, mounts and vehicles you control have hexproof. Whenever a mount or a vehicle you control attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Interesting. Alright. Next up is the Aloe Alchemist. Okay. 1 green trample. When this becomes plotted, target creature gets +3/+2 and gains trample until end of turn, and then plot is 1 green. The land is island. Oh, you can see like the island as the rock formation. Interesting. I think I mentioned in the last one that you can see the mana symbol within the art, and I think that's pretty neat. It's a good way to incorporate the symbol in the art. So next up is Humiliate for white-black. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. Notice it doesn't say target creature. It just says put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. So I wonder if you can target creatures with Shroud and stuff like that, because you're not actually targeting it. You're just putting it on a creature. I'll have to check like the Oracle ruling for that, but interesting. Next up, we got Repulse for 2 blue. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Draw a card. Okay. Next up is the Archmage's Newt. Great artwork. 1 blue. Whenever this deals combat damage to a player, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. The card gains flashback 0 until end of turn instead if this is saddled. Okay. Next up is another mythic of this symbol. We got a Simulacrum Synthesizer for 2 blue. See, I don't remember. I don't think I've gotten this symbol in the previous video, so interesting. So when this enters the battlefield, scry 2. Whenever another artifact with mana value 3 or greater enters the battlefield, under your control, create a 0/0 colorless construct artifact creature token with this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. Okay. Interesting. So it'll be at the very least a 1/1. Or no, because it will be at least a 2/2, because it's just whenever another artifact with mana value 3 or greater enters the battlefield. So it's going to be 1 for that artifact, and then 1 for this artifact. Oh no, my mistake. It's going to be, I can't count. It's going to be a 3/3 because of the artifact itself. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Next up, we got an Angelic Cell Sword. The artwork for this one's great. 2 white. Flying Vigilance. Whenever this or another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 red mercenary creature token with tap. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Then whenever this attacks, if its power is 6 or greater, draw a card. Okay. Next up is Ionize for 1 blue-red. Counter target spell. This deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. Plain and simple. Alright, let's see the token. We got a bow, a legendary ox. This creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. Neat. Very neat. And then we got a treasure token. So I think it's always going to be a treasure token on the other side. So the last card is Pitiless Carnage for 3 black. So sacrifice any number of permanents you control, then draw that many cards. Plot 1 black. Alright, interesting stuff. Still don't know what that new symbol is, but we got one more pack to go for this video. Let's hope we end out strong. Okay, so let's see what we get. First card, Silver Deputy for 2. When this enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card or desert card. Reveal it, then shuffle it and put it on top. And then tap target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. Next up, we got a Boneyard Desecrator for 3 black. Menace 1 black. Sacrifice another creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on this. If an outlaw was sacrificed this way, create a treasure token. Okay. Oh, we got a land. Abraded Bluffs. So it enters battlefield tapped. And it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target opponent. And then tap to add red or white. And it's a desert too. Next up, we got Ariette's Lullaby for 1 white. Destroy target tapped creature, you gain 2 life. Okay. Uncommon is a Tomb Trawler for 2. And then 2, put target card from your graveyard onto the bottom of your library. Okay. Next up is a Slick Sequence for blue-red. This deals 2 damage to any target. If you cast another spell this turn, draw a card. That artwork's pretty cool. And then we got Shoot the Sheriff for 1 black. Destroy target non-outlaw creature. Very, very straightforward. Then we got a land, we got a plains. The cloud itself is the symbol of the plains, which is really nice. I keep saying that for every artwork that I like, but yeah. Next up, alternate art, Savage Smash for 1 red-green. The target creature you control gets +2/+1 until end of turn. It fights target creature you don't control. And we got a Tyrant Scorn for blue-black. Then destroy target creature with mana value 3 or less, or return target creature to its owner's hand. Okay. Next up is we got Kellen Joins Up for green, white, blue. Legendary enchantment. When this enters the battlefield, you may exile a non-land card with mana value 3 or less from your hand. If you do, it becomes plotted. Okay. Whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Interesting. Very interesting. Next up is a Botanical Sanctum. It enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. It gives either green or blue. Next up is another land, Cactus. This is a land-heavy deck, or land-heavy pack. You got a Cactus Preserve. Enters battlefield tap, and then tap, add 1 mana of any type of that a land you control could produce. And then 3 until end of turn, this becomes an XX green plant creature with reach, where X is the greatest mana value among your commanders. And it's still a land. Okay. Next up is Void Rend for white, blue, black. This spell can't be countered. Destroy target non-land permanent. Very straightforward. Our token is Angel. And treasure. I mean, I kind of wish. Is there more than one different type of treasure token? Because I know in the past when I've opened up this, like, you'll get the same type of token, but then the designs will be a little bit different, like the food tokens and all that stuff. So I don't know. I keep seeing the same. At least in this one, we got the same 3 treasure. I'll have to check the other ones as well after. But all right, last card is a pariah for 2 white. Enchanted creature. All damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to enchanted creature instead. So this goes well with Stuffy Doll. I'm sure if you heard of it. It's an artifact where I think you target a player, and then if this Stuffy Doll is indestructible, if it will take damage, it will be redirected to that player instead. So obviously you would target an opponent, put the pariah on it, and everything that you take goes to the Stuffy Doll. Stuffy Doll redirects it to the opponent. So that is the gist of that mini combo. I don't know. I can't even call that a combo. I think you can. It's like a 2-card thing. But yeah, that was another 3 cards from the collector's edition for Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Interesting stuff with the new symbol. Like I said, I'll have to look it up. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a nice day.